Hello and welcome back to another What If. So judging by the thumbnail, you sort of hopefully would understand now that we're going to be doing a Cuba. So what would happen if good old Fidel Castro, what if he did a science experiment, or what if the Cuban government did a science experiment and created 11 super players. So we've got 11 wonderkids here. I popped them all into Heinrich Braunschweig, if that's how you pronounce it, in the German second division, so the two Bundesliga. Yeah, so I'll pop them in there. They're not going to stay there at all, are they? You know, they're 11 wonderkids, so they're going to be snapped up by the big boys. But I want to see how high they can drag Cuba. So let's just have a little look right now. So clicking on Cuba, there they are, the nation of Cuba, and as you can see they have some top players here. Oh, it's got all the others as well. Let's just go from this list. So a couple of their players, I've named them all Salmon, by the way. So you've got, let's take Emetario for example, 17 years of age, he is German but he's declared for Cuba. Heinrich Braunschweig and 60 million quid. So yeah, these will hopefully become available later in the series because they're going to become obviously well known. Description: wonderkid. As I said, they're all wonderkids. If we just even go down, there you go, you got Fernand Salmon, Francisco Salmon, Macario Salmon, that's Christian Joel. These are original players from the initial squad. When's the next Salmon? There you go, Alejandro Salmon. So you get the gist. Cuba are currently rated, where's that? 177th in the world. Can my squad of super soldiers, super players, drag them up? I'm going to do 14 years because 14 years now takes us to the 2034 World Cup, and we'll see if they can get a World Cup. I've got no doubt they're going to absolutely dominate the Gold Cup. But yeah, let's see if they can win the World Cup. And if they do, will they get a #1 ranking in the world? That's the main question. So I'm going to jump first. We're going to jump 5 years in the future. So I will see you in just a second. So 2025, and what can I say? They're already 8th ranked in the world. As expected, their players have not stayed at Braunschweig. We're going to keep an eye on Braunschweig as well, to be fair. We'll have a little nose at them. But as you can see, a couple of their players at Man City, Chelsea and Liverpool. So they've obviously made their way to the big teams in the UK. Let's have a little look at the national side. Macario is wanted by PSG. Is he still at Braunschweig? No, he's at Man City. And he's right valued at 99 million, fair play. And there's Fernand, who's wanted by Real Madrid. Who, there you go, look, I didn't look at it for thingy, but as you can see, stats are all there. So they have developed very nicely. Again, he's worth £99 million, the left winger. He left Braunschweig after one game. So yeah, I knew it was going to happen. But let's have a look at their competition history. They came runners-up in the World Cup, and they have won, as expected, the 2 Gold Cups in the recent times, and they've won the Nations League for that section of the world. Anything else in the most previous? No, nothing there. So you know, they've come runners-up, and I didn't expect it so early. I'll be honest, I didn't expect it so early. Let's just have a little nose at Braunschweig before we move on. Braunschweig are a Bundesliga team now, and let's have a little look at their transfer history, because these guys would have brought in a hell of a lot of money for them. So Bembe Salmon left there for a total of 67. He's the only one that left them that year. The year before, Francisco left, 84 million. Edian, 80 million. Dadian, 55 million. That's a big amount of money they're bringing in. I've bankrolled this club for giving them all these super soldiers. Alejandro left for 75 million. Macario for 47 million total. Castillo 32 million, and Materio 43 million. Desiderio for 51 total, Fernan 41, Cadaro 24. There's some big money flying around there then. And Macario left. Didn't he left? I don't know what that's appearing twice, probably because of the time. It's that weird crossover between things, isn't it? So let's have a little. I shouldn't have done that. Let's overview. So they went up the first year with that squad. So wow. All I am going to say is wow. That's winners. Yeah, absolutely won it at a canter. Wow. Yeah. Let's have a little look. 96 points. They didn't lose a single game with those wonderkids, and they scored 84 goals. Yeah, that's impressive. That is impressive. Right, enough about Braunschweig, because this is obviously all about Cuba. Let's jump ahead another 5 years. See how they're getting on. Okay, so we're 10 years in the future now, and we can see the world ranking as number 2. So they have done very well. It doesn't look like they've got a manager at the moment, because the management position has disappeared from the key people. Don't know why it wouldn't let me apply for that either, actually. That's quite strange. Whatever has happened in the game for that to happen. But yeah, world ranking of 2nd place. How have they managed that? Let's have a little look at the. England are number 1. Cuba must have got number 1 at one point. I don't know if you can see that under my head, but they have got a -1 next to their name, so they have dropped off the world rankings. And as you can see here, down here, the world rankings, they just absolutely shot up. Bang, wow. They have been up there. Briefly went number 1 and then dropped back down to number 2 in the world. Does that mean any competitions? They've got a 2nd runners-up place at the 26 World Cup, followed by a 3rd place at the 2030 World Cup. The CONCACAF, or however you say it, Gold Cup, they have absolutely dominated. Nations League, they've won both times. Well, they've won 2. North American Under 20 Championship, so the players must have played in that as well. They come runners up there. Yeah, wow. 2 runners-up places in the World Cup. We'll have a look at the World Cup history at the next World Cup, which is our next and last chance. Because the reason I'm going to do it is because most of the players would have started retiring at that point, so you're going to have, like, probably not all of them knocking around the senior squad. I put in 11 super soldiers, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 still around. Let's have a little look at Macario. 122 caps, 97 goals for his country, still at Manchester City, 98 million. Fernan, where are you now, mate? You are at Bayern Munich. So you went Liverpool to Real Madrid, and then you're now at Bayern. Not a bad career, eh? Ematario, where are you knocking around? Liverpool. Central midfielder with 37 goals for his country. Who else? Why is Ematario on the bench No wonder the manager's been sacked. You'd change the formation around, wouldn't you? And adapt it to get him in the squad. Saying that, they are missing an AMC. Why are you not? Oh, whatever. Elian left for Braunschweig for Munich. At least he stuck around and took him up, didn't he? And then he's moved on since to Real Madrid. Francisco at Man City. There's a Dario. Obviously, if you want to have a little look at any of these stats, feel free to pause it. Bembe. Dalian. It's a PSG. Again, this is another one that took Braunschweig up before leaving them. That's Cordaro. That's decent stats, isn't it? Got very good stats. Castillo now. Flying wing back. He's been at Chelsea now for a long time. And Alejandro, who is at Chelsea as well. Not bad at all. Let's have a little quick update on Braunschweig, who have established themselves as a Bundesliga team, and they've got classified Jan Huntelaar as their manager now. So, yeah, one more roll of the dice takes us to 2034 for the World Cup there. Hopefully this Cuban team are now in their prime and they can actually, you know, seal it and actually get across the line. You know, they've had a couple of near misses now. They've got to win it, haven't they? Surely. Let's find out. Welcome to the year 2034, and the Cuban super soldier, super player experiment has worked. Their current manager is Nuno Espirito Santo, and yeah, they are ranked number 1 in the world, which could mean one thing: they could have won it. They could have won it. Let's have a little nose straight over to the world rank, to the competition overview, and there you have it. One World Cup, 2034. It took 14 years since the start of experiment. 3 near misses. Dominance in their own country, in their own nation. But they have finally won the World Cup. Beating France in the final 2-1. Let's have a little look at this match report. We don't want to look at France, but forget France. Here we are. Oh, they haven't even got all the players. So Castillo retired. I can't remember that one that retired, and we've had another one retire here. But it took a squad of 8 super soldiers to win it, and win it they did, and it was won over an own goal as well. So Dalian got himself a goal. 10 minutes later they had an own goal scored and 2-0 up. Hannibal scored from the spot, but it wasn't enough, and Cuba are the World Cup champions. It's just quick stop. I'm not looking forward to any of this. Just saying. I think there's nothing wrong with the current World Cup format. Just saying. Serbia and Spain in the 3rd place, so that means Cuba beat Serbia. Quarterfinals, who did they play? Cuba beat Denmark. England still nowhere to be seen. The 3rd round, Cuba beat Portugal. Please say Ronaldo's manager. No, Brendan Rodgers. 2nd round, Scotland after extra time, and England lost to France, so they lost to the eventual World Cup finalists. Let's have a little look at the all groups and see where Cuba were. So they were in a group with Norway and Uzbekistan. Wow. Brazil finished bottom. Wow. Brazil have fallen off Wagon, where are they ranked in the world now? 7th. After that showed at the World Cup, they'll have they'll end up having a rankings drop. Right, so let's have a little look at a couple of the players. Let's go back onto it. So let's pop in Salmon. This will bring up all the people. Obviously you got the Salmon FM, which is me. Not managing anybody. Never managed anyone. Right, so we have Fernand, who is at Bayern Munich. So he stayed at Bayern Munich. He's done longer there than he did with Liverpool or Real Madrid. Ilian Salmon is at Real Madrid. Ematario, he's still at Liverpool. That's a lot of games as well. Look at that for his country. 59 goals from centre midfielder. Francisco is still at Manchester City. Alejandro still at Chelsea. Castillo, which he missed out on winning the World Cup, he's still at Chelsea. Must have retired from international duty. Just weren't feeling it anymore, was he? Cordaro still at Bayern. Fair play to him. Macario, 138 goals for his country, and he's still at Manchester City, and he's still banging in the goals for them. Bembe, still at Real Madrid. Dadian, it's still at PSG, so they didn't move really after they've signed. Desidero, Man City. Obviously you got me. Cameron. Who's Cameron Sam? There's actually a player called Cameron Sam. He's not one of my super soldiers. So yeah, there we have it. Not sure what else to check on now. 14 years, 1 World Cup, 3 near misses. I love it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the first game file down in the comments. So if you guys want to try and take over the Cuban national team and do it a lot earlier, you're going to have 11 wonderkids to start with. And give it a go. Give it a go. Give it your best shot. Enjoy it. I hope you've enjoyed this. And I'll see you for the next What If.